Diana Sims, come on down. You're the next contestant on Get Your Life Squared Away. Part 3 of our ongoing series in Get Squared Away. Develop a plan and educate yourself. Now, hold on. John Lissicatos, please hold all questions until the end. Curry Caldwell, there's no need to yell boom every time you pass gas. Sasquatch, put the spoon down. Step away. Palmetto, please put your clothes on. Everybody get settled. Simmer down. Your haircut's out of regulation. You need to have that attended to. Do we all understand each other? Fabulous. Now, act right or get kicked in the front hole. Roger? Roger. Develop a plan and educate yourself. We talked about spirituality, getting squared away. We talked about being gainfully employed, okay? So if you think about the progress of a person, we are now, if we're following these steps, at one with the Father's will for our lives and doing the best of our broken ability. We're doing the best that we can, right? To be in service to Him. And that's different for everybody. Everybody has a different benchmark, okay? But we're doing our best. And we're gainfully employed, right? We're making money. It may not be a lot of money, but we have income. We have cash flow. Cash flow matters. Any business needs cash flow. And if you run your life like a business, you'll be okay. So, develop a plan and educate yourself. Now, your heart is squared away. Hopefully your head is getting squared away. We can start to look past the immediacy, the immediate problems, the things that are right now issues, and start to forecast more mid-range and long-range issues. Develop a plan and educate yourself. So what is your plan? Okay, you need to back into that. What do you want to be when you grow up? Always subject to change, right? I've had lots of jobs. I think by the time I was, let's say, 18, I had worked at an ice cream store. Retail ice cream sales, yuck. Great perks of the job, though. I got super fat while working there. Worked at an ice cream store. I was installing LANs, local area networks, 10 meg and 100 meg LANs, hanging satellite dishes, cutting timber, owned a tree company, worked for a guy who did remodeling and construction, mostly framing and a little bit of tile work. Let's see, what else had I done? Oh, I worked in an orchard for a while, baled hay, ran a tractor, had all kinds of life experiences, right? So, and that was just by the time I was 18 years old. So, things are going to change, right? Improvise, adapt, and overcome. The idea behind having a plan for what the trajectory of your life is going to be is not that we throw a hissy fit when, not if, but when the plan falls apart. It's not that. It's not an ironclad, we're going this way and that's it. What it is a guideline, an outline for what we want the trajectory of our life to look like. We are married to the tenets of the plan, the concept of the plan, the goals of the plan, not the plan itself. Because no plan survives the battlefield, and life is a battle, right? Stuff's gonna happen. So, develop a plan. Where do you want to be? Right? Envision the end goal first, and then how am I going to get there? How am I going to back into that? What are the steps? What are the bite-sized pieces, the Lego building blocks that I need to get from where I am to where I want to be? Okay, so start with the end goal, and then work your way backwards. Extrapolate from where you want to be backwards to where you are, and then you can start to identify issues and tasks and things that have to change in order for you to get from where you are to where you want to be. Okay, so develop a plan and then educate yourself. Maybe as part of that plan, you want to be a, we'll pick a trade. Okay, you want to be an electrician. Roger that. Okay. So you're going to go to a vocational school, right? Probably get a technical certificate and, some type of electrical, probably not electrical engineering, but some electrician's course, right? Some level of competency. Use that as a stepping stone into an apprenticeship. Use the apprenticeship into it as a stepping stone, wireman, journeyman, ultimately as a master electrician, right? And people will say, well, I don't want to work my whole life, work my hands to the bone and have nothing to show for it. Do you know how much electricians get paid an hour? Good ones? I mean, even the bad ones make decent pay. The good ones make real good pay. Maybe it's something else. Maybe you want to be a licensed massage therapist. Okay. Go sign up at the Swedish Institute of Massage Therapy, do your 16 months there, walk out of there and pay your dues with a chiropractor for a 3 years, and now you have an $80,000 to $90,000 a year job. Doesn't necessarily have to be a white-collar job, although you can do that if you want. Brief spiel on that. I don't believe that everybody is supposed to go to college. I really don't. And I think a lot of good people go to college and end up turning into bad people because of a broken school system, a broken education system, and because some people end up bad people because the Father made them to work with their hands. The Father made them to be out in nature, not to be, and I'm talking about these people specifically, not to be stuck in cubicle land tapping away on a keyboard, right? That's not how they were beautifully and fearfully and wonderfully made and created in the image of God. I can't talk. We should hydrate. So, I think, yes, the world needs lawyers and doctors and engineers and nuclear physicists. We need those people. We also need plumbers and electricians and carpenters and licensed massage therapists and nurses and teachers' assistants, and we need everybody on board. Okay, we need all kinds of work. So there's going to be a thing or things that speak to you, right? That's what you want to do with your life. I don't really know what I want to do. I just know that I really want to help people. Okay, you need to put a finer point on that. You need to really dig down deep and figure out who you are, what you want to do with your life. If you're not really sure, don't be afraid, especially if you're younger, to bounce around. There's this huge stigma against moving around from job to job to job. I've had at least 30 different jobs in my life. At least 30 different jobs. It's made me a very competent person because I can see, when you know the way broadly, you see the way in all things. I understand business. I understand how a burger joint has the same, cost ratio as a wood shop, which has the same labor utilization issues as a law firm, which has the same metrics of operational cost as the Dallas Cowboys Stadium, right? It's all the same. It's all the flow of dollars and energy and people. So don't be afraid to bounce around and taste different types of work. You don't have to be uber committed to everything all the time, especially if you're younger or if you're at a point in your life where you are starting over. Are you right with the Father? Check. Are you gainfully employed? Check. Are you developing a plan? Check. Are you figuring out what you are going to do to educate yourself to enact that plan? Check. Where that takes you, it takes you. And don't be afraid of whatever that trajectory is. Don't worry about the social pressure of, well, they're going to think I'm an idiot if I've had 3 different jobs in 8 months. Are your bills paid? Cool. Are you happy? Cool. Are you learning? Cool. Develop a plan and educate yourself. There are lots of online courses, lots of them, for free and fairly cheap, right? There's local county colleges, universities. There's all kinds of opportunities available to you if you apply yourself and go look. But the idea here is to always get better. One of the ways that I have educated myself has been by working for people who are smarter than me and then just having my ears switched on all the time. By being around people that are better than I am, A, it forces me to get better, and B, I learn a metric crap ton from them just by being in the same room as them. And I show up early and I stay late and I ask pointed questions. Hey, when we were in that meeting earlier, you brought up the concept of thermal row. What is thermal row? And they're going to want to dive real deep and say, give me the 10,000 foot elevation. When you have time, could you please, we'll dig a little bit deeper on that. I don't want to take too much of your time. Get me started on this so I can do my own research, okay? Also understand time is a commodity. Time is an extremely valuable commodity. So don't waste people's time. Don't waste your own time. And understand that to quantify what a waste of time is, if you're not gainfully employed, if you're not happy, and you're not in service to the Father, you're wasting your time. And I'm talking to the guys and the girls who sit behind a desk making $160K a year in their fancy little workspace, their collaborative area at Cubicle Land, and they manage a subsection of 32 different employees, blah, 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 but they hate their life and they go home every day and think about swallowing a bullet. You are wasting your life. Get out. Get out, develop a plan, and educate yourself. So, think about the trajectory of your life, okay? We are working our way from immediate needs, things that we need right now, to intermediate needs and long-range needs and long-range goals, to where we can start planning and be proactive rather than reactive. We have to forecast forward and war game. What is this situation going to look like? How am I going to respond to this? Do I have the tools in my personal toolkit, my mental, my physical, my spiritual, my emotional, to deal with this that I'm forecasting coming? And if I don't, what do I need to do now? How do I need to educate myself now, or train myself now, or invest in myself now, so I will be the person I need to be by the time I get to this benchmark on the trajectory of my life? Roger. All right. Questions? I see you in the back, John. I love you guys. Have a wonderful day. I am going from job number 1 to job number 2. Again, time management. If I can do it, y'all can do it. I love you, heathen booger eaters. We'll talk later. Bye.